want you to show everything to the world. Everything.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Not me.
Not you, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
And
Yeah.
it's confusing because, you know, like he said, in your 20s, you're not looking for a settled down relationship. So, of course, I'm going to jump in your DM and say X, Y, and Z, you look good, shorty, you da-da-da, you da-da-da, when we could go out. Because I know my frame of mind as a man is to sleep with you. So that train of thought is going on in your 20s. Then in your 30s, you still might be there, but you also might be in the relationship thing where it's like the DM changes. So the guy might still jump in your DM, but he might say, "Hey, beautiful," instead of "Yo."
Right.
And I think approach is everything. Would you say that, Derrick? Because I could tell that when I was single and a guy jumped in my DM, I'm like, hold up. Why are you asking what I'm doing tonight? Like, I just post a picture. Like, that was just a picture. That was just a picture.
Right.
Like, how did you read that much into the picture? I saw it, like, one guy went to the fullest extent. I had to block and stop him. I saw you looking at me, looking through the cell. I'm like, whoa, brother, whoa. So you took the picture so far that you thought I was looking at you. Like, you trying to tell me something. I'm not trying to tell you anything. But I think y'all also saying we still got to connect socially. After posting pictures, you got to connect socially and really find out what the opposite sex want.
Right.
Is that fair to say?
For sure. For sure. I mean, and it comes to communication anyway. So, like, for example, let's go back to your brother, like you said. Okay, she might have posted a picture that, you know, he didn't feel was appropriate. You know, he could have called her, and have easily said, hey, I'm not, you do look very good and everything like that, but, I just think I'm not really comfortable with you posting that picture, and then maybe they can have a conversation, maybe about all of the pictures, like, hey, babe, I do feel this certain type of way. And then if he did not respond in the correct way, like, okay, babe, maybe I tone it down, or maybe I see where you're coming from, that's a different response versus just like, like how she gave him, then it is what it is after that point. But I think it's more on the communication, kind of thing. Like I worked out and I had posted a picture of my abs, just my abs, nothing else. And my wife was like, what, like, you tripping? And I was like, and other people was like, you tripping? And I was like, it's my abs, like, you know who it is? If it wasn't for my tattoos, like, you want your abs just like that, but you mad at me for posting my abs. So
they thought you was Trey Songing it. They thought you was Trey Songing it.
I don't know. I guess they're trying to say that I don't feel like that's a showing off. I mean, shoot, my abs ain't gonna be like that stuff. My abs is not, they're not gonna be like that. So I have to, get it out there while I can. I just worked out. It looked good. I mean, I wasn't doing it for the come holler at me and DM. It was just more like, I mean, it is what it is.
So perception is key too, because in your eyes that was just innocent, and they looked at it as, look, he trying to catch something right now. So women and men wrestle with that. Now, okay, I have to bring this up when we're talking about what women really want versus what men really want. There's a thing going around now with the trend city girls, like, and going back to the Lil' Kim thing, get money, and city girls, like, get money, and, would you say, Shakeimah, that the average girl nowadays are they so cold to the point that that's all they really want? They really want money, or is they putting on a facade that blocks them to protect them from getting hurt? Do you think is that, or what's your thoughts around that whole city girl image? Do you know that image, Derrick?
Well, let me go first before she says it, because I know that's y'all got that girl thing. So let's not do y'all thing with that. So my thing with that is, I feel like the women of this generation is becoming a little bit more aware, of their abilities and what they can actually do. So now they're becoming more on we want to be able to do everything that, guy can do on a level playing field, which is fair. And then, you guys are more than open to there's a lot of things that you guys do better than us and vice versa. But I think that now women is more on you're still going to need that. You can be the rich woman all you want. You still need to be cuddled. You still need to, feel protected, because that's what the man does. Just like the woman is the nurturer. She's going to be the person that, you get cut, you get hurt. She's taking care of you. It's just certain things that the other sex does, to complement the other one. So you can be as rich as you want. You're still going to need that. Or if you don't, it's going to last for so long. You might have little plug-in guys or whatever that you're going to do, but, you're still going to learn. You're going to yearn for that.
That's good. You still gonna need a cuddle after them dollars cut. You still gonna need, after that check cut, you still gonna need a I love you, a hold, a text, or something like that. That's good.
No matter what.
No matter what. What's your thoughts, Shakeimah, with this city girl stuff? What you think?
I think a lot of women, I think it's for most average women, they're not talking about women in the industry, I'm talking everyday women. It's just on there. It's something to say. Like you said, maybe it's something, a defense mechanism. I don't know a woman. I don't know one woman that actually uses a man for money or gives a man sex for money. Like, it's something that, it's just like a song. You know what I mean? It's not really nothing to really take literal. But I do notice that is something, that women are into around my age or whatever the case is. A lot of times it's the men. Men will say things to you. Like, I noticed the other day I saw on IG, one woman, she was getting clowned for having sex with a guy that had a lot of money. She was getting clowned because she had sex with him and didn't ask for none of his money. She was being told, she had sex with this guy. She had sex with this guy that had a lot of money. So I'm talking about Green Dollar Tory Lanez. They're industry people. Green Dollar had sex with this guy, Tory Lanez, and he made a diss record saying that he got the fuck for free, basically. Excuse my French. Saying that he got to have sex with her for free, and we're kind of like clowning her and making her feel simple for just doing a normal thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's not, I think that's important to add too. Like, a lot of women do certain things or say certain things or act a certain way because men encouraged it in a way. They might not have said, oh yeah, go out here and fuck for free. Go out here and fuck this guy for money. But if she do fuck a guy without asking for money, she might get clowned for it later, or it might come up in discussion later as, a tag on her, a L for her. So in her mind, from now on, she ain't letting nobody else know for free, and that's just that should have been a normal thing. So I think it definitely depends on the woman's mental state. If she's mentally strong, it's not going to take, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, I know for me personally, I'm going to get my own regardless, at the end of the day, whether I got this person, that person, I'm going to go ahead and get my own bag. But if you come to the table with your own, that's nice too. I'm not looking for your bag. I'm not asking you nothing about your bag, because I don't want to ask you nothing about mine. But if you come to the table with your own, that would be nice. Stability is nice. But I don't think the average woman with her head on straight is worried about dealing with any dude for money. Not when a lot of these guys out here are not, but they can't even provide essential things in a relationship for you to stimulate you mentally, let alone to be looking for your money. Like, you can't even, you know what I mean? Like, I just want some consistency. Now I gotta try to get money out of you too. That's a lot.
Yeah, but I think you said the key word, woman. It's a lot of girls out here that haven't matured to that phase mentally and become mentally and emotionally strong enough to identify with who they are as individuals, their body, their worth, like really taking the time out. The reason why I went and took a sabbatical in my 20s from dating, because from 22 to 24 I was dating this one guy, and he crushed me so hard that I was like, I need a break. But I didn't take like a couple month break. I went on a 7-year hiatus break, and I traveled. I completed my degree. I did a lot of things during that time to just give myself time to breathe, because I knew at 24 I didn't want to waste my body away. I didn't want to run. I didn't want to be that girl running through men. So I knew that, and I scaled it back, because I knew it. A part of pain is what kicks into self-preservation. So sometimes we'll confuse preserving ourselves and abusing ourselves. And so we think preserving ourselves, putting up a shield by only dealing with guys for sexual reasons, we're preserving our heart, but we're wasting away our body. And that's what we fail to realize if we take that mindset on. So I knew right then and there at 24, I didn't want to be that way. So I stepped away from that. And so I see now in today's world, and I am interacting with a lot of females across the board, all ranges, whether I'm doing my life coaching, whether I'm working, whether I'm like, I do real estate, and across the board, you have girls of all different ages now that's on this money kick. And this Cash App thing, this Cash App $40 thing, like when did it start? Like, I don't know when did it start, but these girls is really out here doing it. And it's crazy because you said a key thing. They not mentally and emotionally strong enough to identify with one, their pain, one, what they really want, and understand their emotions, their value, their worth. It's a whole thing that encompasses that action. And when you don't know it, and you don't know everything that encompasses those actions, I see how easy it is to look at and be like city girls and say, cut that check, pay my rent, buy those boots. Like, I know people personally. You know what I mean? If you ain't spending $1,000 a stack or more, go to somebody else. And that's their attitude, because they're tired of nickeling and diming certain men that only want them for sex. And in their minds, they think, well, I gotta get something back. And if I can't get you back physically, because you take that away from me. I'm a woman. I'm womb. I got woman. You take that away from me. But I definitely tap those pockets. So that mindset is definitely going around. And thank God you're not a part of it, Shakeimah. But it's women out here like that, full fledged. You know what I mean? And it's like,
you know what?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think it's important to also know, I come from, my parents are very much older. Like, my mother is 57, my dad is 63. So I come from and my father was in the Marines, so I come from a really strict household. I come from very traditional type of parents. So that might also be where my mindset is also coming from. I have 6 sisters. I'm one of the youngest. I have one younger than me. Everyone else is older than me. So I've always watched them too. I think it's important to note guidance. The proper guidance is gonna be a mindset change. A lot of women are like my age and this generation in general, even in their 30s, let music guide them. You can't allow music to guide you. Music is entertainment. It's meant to listen to. A lot of those women that are singing and rapping songs aren't about what they're singing and rapping about. It's just entertainment. But a lot of people that's regular are using that as guidance. Then that's not what you're supposed to do. Music is not to use as guidance. It's therapeutic, but you should also have actual guiding light, I think, in your life. Maybe somebody that's older than you, or somebody that just got their head on straight. You don't even have to necessarily be older than you. Somebody just got their head on straight. Let them tell you right from wrong. Like, it's easy to get caught up in this world that they're rapping and singing about, but in reality, that kind of stuff is not, like you said, it's not okay. It's not going to fly. It's not what's going, it's not okay.
You still gonna need a cuddle. You still gonna need a hug. You still gonna need a text. Back to what Derrick said. You still gonna need all those little things.
I gotta add, because so I do see what y'all saying as far as but I think we need to look at, for those girls that are let me get that money. I think that we have to also take into account the experiences that they have probably went through in order to get to that point.
Right.
So. So on the flip side, on the guy side, let's say, for example, that a guy does have some money, so he knows these girls are pretty much only coming at him for that. So is it wrong for him to just say, I'm only messing with bad video girls because I'm coming out of the pocket anyway? It's kind of it's a catch-22. Like, I'm only dealing with people that these kind of girls, because
I don't think your experience to change how you are as a person, though. Just because I've went through something don't mean I'm going to categorize everyone as that type of person. I'm going to treat everyone that same way. I don't think you going through some experiences give you an excuse to be a certain way. No issue now. Like, if you went through some shit with a man, okay, that's why you're supposed to give yourself some time and space. That way you're not